2018 Ford F-150 First Drive, the same, but even better. America's favorite pickup truck benefits from continuous improvement once again. There already wasn't much wrong with this generation of Ford F-150, which was introduced in 2014 as a 2015 model. Yes, switching to aluminum bodywork might have been controversial at first, but the fact that 820,799 people bought an F-Series truck last year, and year-to-date in 2017, sales are up 8.3%, suggests there's a lot to like about the pickup. The changes in store for the 2018 F-150, then, are predictably subtle: a bit more horsepower, a bit more fuel economy, a bit more technology, and a bit different to look at. That visual enhancement begins with the new grille design, or more accurately, 7 discrete grille designs, with a horizontal layout that's meant to bring the F-150's face more in line with what you see on the Super Duty trucks. The whole idea here is that it draws your eyes outboard and gives it a wide stance, says Ford Truck Design Manager Sean Dant. The C-clamp headlight design is more pronounced this year, accentuated by LED running lights. The C-clamp graphic continues to the taillights, which bookend the restyled tailgate that has new appliques depending on trim level. Those taillights, interestingly, now house the blind spot monitoring sensors, helping enable the system to now provide trailer blind spot coverage up to 33 feet behind the truck's rear bumper. Ultimately, the visual changes are subtle, rounded out by new wheel designs in sizes from 17 to 22 inches. It's a bit smarter and more modern, but still clearly an F-150. Not much has changed inside visually, though there are extra trim choices, including faux carbon fiber on the XLT and Lariat Sport models, as well as various fancy seat upholstery choices for the King Ranch, Limited, and Platinum. The F-150 remains a pleasant and functional place to do business, with bold gauges, full-color LCD on upper rims, classic analog dials on lower models, directly ahead of the large, button-intensive steering wheel. There's plenty of storage space around the driver and passenger, lots of headroom, easy-to-use switchgear, plenty of USB ports and cup holders, and an unrestricted view forward over the long hood. On the King Ranch tester pictured here, lovely Java trim and Kingsville leathers deliver a truly stylish truck cabin, while a giant panoramic sunroof admits lots of sunlight. The truck's 5.0-liter V8 engine has been revised and now has both port and direct fuel injection, plus plasma-sprayed cylinder bores, a technology introduced on the high-revving Shelby GT350, to reduce friction and free up a bit of power. The V8 gains 10 horsepower and 13 pound-feet of torque, for totals of 395 horsepower and 400 pounds-to-foot. It's made with the Ford's 10-speed automatic transmission for the first time, and as a result fuel economy creeps up a little bit, too, to as much as 23 miles per gallon highway. The engine really hauls out on the road, with the lovely snarl as you open the tabs. Although it's got as many speeds as I have fingers, the automatic rarely picks the wrong gear. Upshifts are impeccably smooth and downshifts don't make much in the way of noise or vibration. My only criticism is that in steady-state cruising, the engine can lug as the automatic rushes to 9th or 10th gear and revs drop below 1,500 revolutions per minute. Fortunately, prompt block downshifts, I saw one direct hop from 8th to 5th, aid responsiveness. As with past model years, the 2018 Ford F-150 behaves very well on all road surfaces. There's a little suspension tittering over cracked pavement, particularly when equipped with large wheels, but for the most part the truck delivers a relaxed, compliant drive. The electric power steering is near as possible to ideally tuned for easy pickup truck driving, with the modest amount of feedback paired with light, deliberate action. There's even optional lane keep assist in case you struggle to keep between the lines on your own. Ford makes driving its trucks easier than ever this year with a couple of new tech add-ons. The adaptive cruise control now has stop-and-go functionality for coming to a complete halt in traffic. The forward collision system gains pedestrian detection, and will warn the driver with beeping, a flashing light, and steering wheel vibrations before braking autonomously. A 360-degree camera system is still offered, as is self-park, and a clever Pro Trailer Backup Assist that lets you maneuver a trailer by simply twisting the dial on the dashboard. An available onboard 4G LTE Wi-Fi hotspot can support up to 10 connected devices, and there's a new surround sound system available from Bang & Olufsen, called B&O Play, a version of which will also be offered in the EcoSport crossover. It delivers a bright, airy soundstage. At the other end of the powertrain and pricing spectrum, Ford has replaced the base 3.7-liter V6 with a 3.3-liter unit. Despite the loss in displacement, it makes more power than its predecessor, an extra 8 horsepower and 12 pounds-to-foot, for totals of 290 horsepower and 265 pounds-to-foot. It does, however, come only with the old 6-speed automatic transmission, where every other engine has the 10-speeder. Still, an XLT 4x4 truck equipped with the engine is perfectly adequate for unladen road driving. There's plenty of low end torque and a plentiful surge of power as the revs rise. Peak horsepower arrives at a lofty 6,500 revolutions per minute, but the torque peak is just 4,000 revolutions per minute. Though the transmission takes a beat or two to downshift, no reasonable driver will complain about the engine's performance. The XLT truck is also a good time to reflect on the less glitzy, more workaday versions of the 2018 F-150. It's still spacious and supremely functional inside, but the teensy monochrome trip computer seems pretty 2005 compared to the full-color display in other F-150s. Cloth seats look and feel just fine, but as with the leather ones, something doesn't feel quite comfortable. The lower lumbar support is too aggressive and the seat cushions aren't long enough. But at $44,265 after a handful of options, the truck is perhaps a quite realistic vision of the amenities many F-150 owners will have on hand. There are two other engine choices on offer. The 2.7-liter EcoBoost Turbo V6 gets a handful of the technical tweaks to bump the work by 25 pounds-to-foot to 400, while horsepower stays pat at a healthy 325. The 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6 is unchanged at 375 horsepower and 470 pounds-to-foot. Both are matched with the 10-speed automatic transmission. The three revised engines all see fuel economy improvements of 1 to 2 miles per gallon in city and highway driving. The 2.7-liter is the mileage champ at 20/26 of a mile per gallon with two-wheel drive. Engine stop-start is standard on every engine now. It operates smoothly but can easily be disabled via a button atop the dashboard. Ford also will introduce a 3.0-liter turbodiesel V6 engine for the F-150, but we'll have to wait until later this year for any details on power or fuel efficiency. Speaking of specs, peak towing capability, achieved with a 3.5-liter engine, climbs 1,000 pounds to 13,200. Maximum payload capacity, on the 5.0-liter truck, stands at 3,270 pounds. The 2015 to 2017 Ford F-150 was already a really good pickup truck, with pleasant on-road driving dynamics, a range of strong engines, and lots of technology on board. The 2018 model only improves upon that package, with even more features to make everything from daily driving to towing easier, safer, and more efficient. Whichever trim level you pick, with whichever engine you prefer, the F-150 provides plenty of reminders as to why it's been the nation's best-selling pickup truck for 35 years.